It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Jen Cohen as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now, here's today's Countywide.
Hello and welcome to Countywide. I'm your host, Jen Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we are talking about the Yavapai College Regional Economic Development Center. We have with us Katherine Anderson. She is the REDC Programs Specialist. Go to yc.edu/REDC. That is the website. Good morning, Katherine. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It's exciting to have you here. This is a really neat program that you guys do with the Regional Economic Development in the area. It's really far-reaching. You know, most people have heard of the job fairs that you put on, so that's not a bad place to start. But tell us what the Regional Economic Development Center is.
Yes, we are that hidden gem that most people do not know exists at the college, which is a shame. We do a variety of tasks, and one of them is we provide data analysis and services that facilitate economic growth throughout the community. And I know people go, what does that mean? And I can give an example without naming names and identifying anything. Would be if your company, or you have an idea, and we want to put this company in the county, or we want to develop this organization, but will it work? So you could come to the REDC and we could run a report. We could do data analysis and see, well, if we were to move this company or this idea into the region, and we look at where's the nearest company? Where's the nearest entity that's like this? And would it bring in tourism? What kind of traffic would it bring in? Would people go? What kind of tax dollars? You know, all those different ideas, all those different numbers. And so we do that kind of analysis, and then we present it to the county or the region who's asking for that information. And then we can start to look at it and see, yes, it's a good idea. No, it's not a good idea. Or what else could we look at to see how we can make it work? And then we do this in conjunction with the different cities, the different counties. It's not just us doing it alone. And on that note, when I say we do it with the different cities and counties, that's how we work. The Regional Economic Development Center does not work by itself. We work in partnership with the different economic development organizations throughout the county. So we are not a standalone entity. We are here to work, I guess you could say, unified with everybody. So if you've got the Cottonwood Economic Development Director or Economic Development Office, Sedona's, down in the Prescott area, you've got Prescott Valley, Camp Verde, that's back up here. All of us working together. So we're not a standalone entity. We want to bring everybody together, working together for the same common goal.
And that is successful business.
Successful business, entrepreneurship. It's helping the area with, economics.
Right.
We want to all be successful.
Absolutely, and a big part of that success is the job force.
Yes.
Creating that job force around and what that will support, and that of course drives the economy in the area as well. The more jobs we can get, which then the job fairs that you do. How many do you do every year now?
Depending on the year, we can be doing 8 a year.
8. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. We want to help our community find employment, from our teenagers to our, as we call them, seasoned workers. We want to help everybody because we know it's important. It's not just, okay, go find a job. We know they're out there. It's no, we want to help you. And by helping the job seekers, we're also helping the businesses. It's combined. We bring in the companies to the job fairs, and we help them. We have what we call now the best practices, that this is how you should have your table. Displays, get out from behind the table. Don't just sit there, because the more visible you are, the more attractive you are to the job seeker, the more job seekers are going to stop at your table. So we're helping them be more visible. And then we're also working with the job seekers, helping them fix their resumes, fix their cover letters, teaching them how they should dress, offering them classes on all of this also, so that they're more attractive to the businesses that are attending. So we're helping both of them. We want both of them to be successful as a result of the job fairs.
Wow, that's incredible.
And yeah, 8 of them a year.
and I don't suppose it's something you just throw together like it's a meeting. Hey, everybody meet at 9 at this place, and who shows up, shows up. No,
we start, if we're having a job fair, like for instance, our next job fairs are going to be in September. We're having one up in Camp Verde and one in Prescott Valley, and we will start planning those. I mean, we've already kind of done a little bit behind the scenes work, but our real planning will start in June for both of those. It is months of planning in advance. That's
incredible. That is a lot of planning that goes into it. I mean, you have a large space and a large amount of people there, and trying to attract, all the folks that come to it looking for jobs. And then I love the trainings that you do, and the resume workshops are amazing, because your resume is super important. It really is.
That could be the first thing that the businesses see about you. You can come dressed all professional, but when you hand that piece of paper to them, that's when they're going, oh yes, we like this person. That is what sells you. That is the statement. And unfortunately, as we've learned dealing with our younger job seekers, a lot of them don't know what a resume even is. That's just unfortunately something that's not being taught anymore. Or for our seasoned workers that have been out of the workforce so long, the trends of resumes have changed. So what was the good-looking resume 20 years ago is outdated now. Right. And they need to update their resume. Even my resume was outdated, I found out, just because I like to update my resume every once in a while. I'm not leaving Yavapai College, but
just better put that out there.
Just put that out there. But I like to just keep it updated, because you still got to submit your resume. Like, I'm in college. I'm still I'm in my master's program. I got a little tongue-tied there. And to go with my application for that, I had to submit my resume. So it's always nice to have an updated resume. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is so outdated. This is not meeting today's standards. So we offer these classes for anybody, including the elderly job seekers, our younger job seekers, just to go, okay, this is how they should look.
Wow. What's the charge for those?
Those are free.
Those are free.
Our partners offer those classes at no cost.
Wow.
Yes.
That's impressive. And then to find the schedule of that, if they go to yc.edu, will they find those?
Yes, we have links on our website to many of our partners, but I can even just tell you that it's NACOG, Goodwill, Arizona at Work. You can go to their websites and find out their hours, or many of them you can just walk in 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they're there to assist you as well.
That is true. Yeah, that's, again, the partnership that you're working with, and NACOG and Goodwill are amazing. They do such a great job helping the community, and everyone bonded together must just make an incredible impact.
Oh, yes. They have the same passion. That's the correct word. The same passion that we have. We want our job seekers, our citizens, we want our workforce to get out there and find employment, because we're just all better off. I don't want to say it that way, but when everybody's unemployed, it's not benefiting any of us. And so if we can help find everybody a job, we're all better off for it.
Yeah, brilliant, Katherine. Check out yc.edu/REDC. We're talking about Yavapai College's Regional Economic Development Center. We have Katherine Anderson with us. She is the Programs Specialist. We've got a little more countywide coming back at you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Making was a big part of the foundation of what I wanted my children to do and to have fun with.
Growing up in the Bushnell house was like nutty professor craziness. I know, that's true.
Getting burned on a hot glue gun, that was okay. Burning themselves with a soldering iron, that was okay.
I was 6 when I learned how to solder.
We learned how to paint, we learned how to sheetrock, and all these things had such lasting impact.
I felt that creativity would give them entree into being able to do anything they wanted.
Whatever we showed our dad, it was always the coolest thing in the world to him.
good ideas are very often considered silly at their outset.
And by that definition, we haven't even really grown up, you know? I mean, the projects have just gotten bigger.
We all make and have fun. Now the question is, why do you make?
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
And welcome back to Countywide. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're talking about Yavapai College Regional Economic Development Center. We have Katherine Anderson. She is the REDC Programs Specialist. Go to yc.edu/REDC. Okay, we talked about the free resume workshops. We talked about the job fairs. Let's talk about lunch and learns.
Yes. Housed underneath the REDC is our Small Business Development Center. And through both the REDC and the SBDC, we offer numerous lunch and learns and workshops throughout the year. And what's great about these lunch and learns is you can come learn while you eat. And as we were just talking about, many of us are really bad about not stepping away when it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity to still get your lunch in while you learn something. One lunch and learn we just recently held, and I think it might have just been last week, was an Instagram lunch and learn over in Camp Verde.
Wow.
And that one was so successful, we actually sold out. Wow. And we had a waiting list for people. So we're looking at possibly doing another one of those down the road. This was geared towards Instagram for business owners.
Oh, cool.
Because that is a new up and coming trend. I'm so non-social media savvy that I'm not even sure how Instagram works for business. My daughter laughs at me because you see my Instagram post? I'm like,
Insta what?
But apparently that's the new trend for business owners. It's not so much Facebook and Twitter anymore, it's Instagram. That's where the new following is.
Huh. Okay.
Apparently I should have attended the class.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you had heard about it, but recently we had the moonshot.
Yes. We talked about it a lot on the news. Yeah.
So that was another successful workshop we held up here. And for people watching that may not know what that is, we held a Shark Tank similar type event up here in the Verde Valley with 3 winners that went on to receive some different levels of prizes, and we're going to be holding something similar to that down in the Prescott area.
Nice.
And I believe they want to do that again up here. Now I don't know all the times and dates and all that, but it was so successful that they want to do items like that again. So that's just some examples of our workshops, and we're going to be holding one on May 16th down in Prescott that's called Boots to Business. And that's geared towards veterans or veteran spouses. So now that you've served, in the military, you've got the mindset you want to start your own business, and that's all this workshop is about. It's a day-long, how to go from boots,
right?
And now you want to go to the business world.
Brilliant.
And more information for that can be found on our SBDC side of the website, which is www.yc.edu/SBDC.
Okay.
So it's a great veterans workshop.
How about that?
So just a few examples of some of our workshops. A lot of our workshops are either free or very minimal cost. That one I just mentioned, the Boots to Business, is free, no charge. And that Instagram one was only $20. So again, like I said, minimal cost.
And the lunch and learns, you bring your lunch?
It's sometimes you bring them, sometimes they're provided. Like that Instagram one, they were provided.
Oh, wow.
Yes, usually we differentiate when we advertise. If it's a lunch and learn, they're provided. If it's a brown bag event, then you bring your own.
Oh, that's good to know. Wow. And what I like is we're not just talking about business owners or entrepreneurs is individuals as well. You cover everything. They're just this person that goes, I'd really like to start my own business. You are the best resource to start with, because that's the way to work. But if you're already in business, how can I grow my business? Again, more information there. Entrepreneurs, is this idea going to work? Of course, more information there is available as well.
Yes, that the SBDC is here to help business owners and those who have the idea. I want to start a business, but I'm not sure what to do. Does anybody else have this business? Where can I get started? Where do I file the paperwork? How do I even start an LLC? Or should I be an LLC? All those questions.
Right.
That's what the Small Business Development Center can help you do, and it's no cost.
Right. Free counseling services to people wanting to start a business or someone who already has one.
Yes.
Did you know about this resource? This is awesome.
And it's confidential counseling also. So you can come in and you don't have to worry that anybody's going to know you're there, that they're going to steal your idea. It's completely free, no cost. And we have offices in Prescott and the Verde Valley. So if you're up in the Verde Valley, you don't have to drive to Prescott. We have counselors up here. And they serve Sedona, Camp Verde, Cottonwood, Clarkdale, Rimrock. You have to drive to the offices up here if we don't go out to the different areas. But yes, you don't have to drive to Prescott. And if you're watching this on the Prescott side, same thing. We have offices down in the Prescott area, so you don't have to drive up to this part of town.
Very nice.
And it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, no cost.
Wow. That's incredible.
It is
and
incredible.
it's nice to have someone to bounce ideas off of, especially if you're thinking of starting a business. What does this community need? And you talk to your friends, you've been talking to your friends, but now it's like, okay, let's talk to a professional about this. I'm ready to take the next step.
And I can give, this one I can give an example on and name what it is, because they're out in the media and in the world right now. Superstition Meadery.
Oh yeah.
They were a Small Business Development Center client, and they've won the State Success Award, and they just won the SBA Award.
Wow.
For, I can't remember the exact title, of it was Business, I think it might have been Business of the Year.
Wow.
But we can help you. I can't say that everybody's going to win those
I've
kind of
gotta
titles.
have the ideas,
but they were someone that came to the SBDC and said, can you please help us?
Wow.
And look at them now.
And look at them now.
Yes.
That is amazing.
We are here to help you.
Yes, really working with the community, offering services that people need. Because starting a business, if you've never done it before, incredibly daunting. So many things to think about. Or developing a business that you're like, oh, this has been working, but it's kind of gone stale. We need to do something else. And knowing what to do, having someone to speak to about that.
Exactly.
And of course, all the different workshops and the ways to grow your business and come up with different ideas. And why put all your money into ostrich farming if nobody around here likes ostriches? So, but you wouldn't know that unless you talk to the Small Business Development Center.
And that's part of the information they can help you with, is they have reports and information that they can run also and give you ideas. And I always have to clarify to people that they can assist and they can help, but they won't do all the work. For example, when it comes to business plans, they have, again, a system and technology that can help write those business plans, and they'll review it for you and say, oh, you're on track, or this is good, I would leave this part out, add more here, but they will not write the business plan for you, because that's not helping you in the long run. If they do all the work and then, okay, we're done, thank you, have a nice day, and then 3 years later you're starting all over, or you need to adjust and modify, well, I don't know what to do because somebody did all this for me. That's not benefiting you.
True.
So they're hand in hand and they're walking with you, but they will not do all the work for you.
Okay, that is really good to know. Go to yc.edu/SBDC for more information on that stuff. We've got a little more countywide left, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
How I define making? In the broadest possible terms, it is making something extant in the world that didn't exist. Everybody who's ever made anything is bringing something into fruition for a reason, and that act in and of itself makes us stewards of our culture. It's something that we're talking about. It's a response. Actually, it's telling a story. That's really what it is. And I include everything that could be made: painting, sculpture, welding, all of that.
Yellow is positive.
When a kid gets their hands on the world and learns that they can make their fantasy play, that they can make their reality, that's power. And as far as I'm concerned, everyone should feel that kind of power. There we go. If there's something that interests you to bring into the world, that's fantastic. Go figure out how to do it. Go tell your own story. There it is. And so I want to know why you make. Let's go.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
And welcome back to Countywide. Make sure you go to yc.edu/REDC if you want to talk about the Regional Economic Development Center, or /SBDC if you want to talk about the Small Business Development Center. Information on either one of those things. We're talking with Katherine Anderson. She's the REDC Programs Specialist. We've talked about countywide job fairs. We've talked about lunch and learns and brown bag and learns? What are they called?
Brown bag events.
Brown bag events. We've talked about all the different free services and, of course, the free counseling, which is totally amazing. The free services to people wanting to start a business. You already have an established one. You'd like to grow your business. The Small Business Development Center will go there. So it seems that everything you do revolves around the health of the community, creating a strong economic center for the community.
Yes, we do. We want a strong economic community, and by doing that, we involve the community. We're not a one-stop shop. We're not I was trying to think of the right word for that. We don't operate by ourselves. In order to do this, we bring in our community partners from the different city governments, our economic development partners, the Arizona at Work, Goodwill, NACOG, Department of Veteran Affairs. For the young adult job fairs, we bring in the different school systems. I'm sure I'm leaving people out, but the point is we don't operate by ourselves. We're not in a silo. That's the word I was looking for. We operate with our community partners because we all are doing it for the benefit of the community. We want our community to be healthy, like you said. It's about the healthy workforce, the healthy economics, the community to be healthy as a whole.
Right.
It's not just about one thing or another thing, it's as a whole. And so in order to do that, we need to work together as a whole. Nobody can do it by themselves. We can't sit there and say, well, we got this, and well, you do that, and well, you do that. No, we need to be working together as a whole. And so to do that, we must be a good community partner.
Yes, absolutely. And as a whole, speaking of that, you have the businesses and the business development, but no business can thrive or succeed without employees.
Exactly.
So then you have the employees with the trainings there and the searching for jobs and things like that, and putting those two together because one needs the other one. If you're an employee, you need a business, and if you're a business, you need employees. And sometimes it's not so easy to put those two together.
You got it right there. Yes.
So you're getting the right people and then making the right connections. You're helping everyone make connections, either the businesses or the employees or the entrepreneurs with the ideas. It's all about connections.
Yes, connections.
And the Regional Economic Development Center is just putting that all together, kind of an umbrella of all these wonderful organizations in the community, this immensely large entity you're holding together. Wow, parties must be amazing, the Christmas party.
Well, no.
Go to yc.edu, either /REDC or /SBDC for the small business. It's up to you. Take a look at all the information they've got there. Check out the next job fairs that are coming up. Look for the lunch and learns and the brown bag events. And of course, if you would like to get free counseling services, or if you're wanting to start a business, you already have one, you want some more information, the Small Business Development Center is the place to be. Katherine Anderson, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me
today.
Really
appreciate what you do.
Thank you very much.
That's all the time we have for Countywide. We'll see you again next time.